never met anyone that don't like Suarez. Never. Not in my entire life that I've come and go in that country.
What do you think about Serbia?
Amazing. There's not even another word. I would just say amazing. It made me the best version of myself. I have watched people here, no joke, struggle and celebrate. When I came here, I lived like a local. And I can tell you this, people, food, resiliency, it's unbelievable. The people helped me, shaped me the woman that I am today. The businesswoman that I am today, the human that I am today, the wife that I am today, the friend that I am today. My papa was born in ex-Yugoslavia. So my father is actually Yugoslavian. Plan, be smart, know your weaknesses, know what are the things that are sucking the energy out of you. Know all of that. It has to be wholesome.
Dragi moji, dobrodošli u novu epizodu Empire State Balkan. Ja sam Aleksandar Stamenković. Ova epizoda je snimljena u Beogradu na jednoj od najvećih i najboljih biznis konferencija na kojima sam ja ikada prisustvovao u životu. Bilo je preko 500 različitih preduzetnika, a žena koju sam intervjuisao na ovom intervju je Ana, koja je zapravo sa Filipina, žena koja je prošla kroz, blago rečeno, pakao u svom životu, od najvećih mogućih siromaštva do veoma velikog uspeha, koja je zajedno sa Draganom Vlahom, koji je ujedno i moj biznis mentor, grade imperiju sada sa preko 200 preduzetnika koji mentorišu i to rade na najbolji mogući način. Pored svega toga, Ana je jedna od najfascinantnijih osoba koji sam ikada sreo, to slobodno mogu da kažem, sa tolikom dubinom i sa toliko ljubavi prema našem narodu i prema narodu oko nas, da je to meni bilo neverovatno. Anin otac, što nisam znao do snimanja ove epizode, zapravo potiče iz Jugoslavije, tako da baš se radujem da sa vama podelim ovu epizodu. Uživajte u svaku minutu. Anna, thank you for your time. I believe you're the brain of this operation, which looks, I want to congratulate you, this looks unbelievable.
Thank you.
The energy in the room, and I feel like emotions at the end, I can only imagine the way you feel.
Oh, I'm like a swan, you know, like so graceful. On the top of the water. Yes, but then underneath it's like you're like kicking the whole time.
The energy, I have to tell you, the energy yesterday during your speech was very emotional, and I believe that everybody got pretty like emotional at the moment, and like was amazing. And thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
This was unbelievable. For those who don't know who you are, this is Dragan's wife, Ana, who is kind of behind the scenes, but actually the head of this operation. Ana, I have a few questions for you. Again, thank you for your time. And question number one, why Dragan? Where? How?
Why Dragan? To start with, it wasn't a choice. When I actually met him in Miami, I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was looking actually for a relationship to myself. And every single person that have worked on themselves, they said to me, when I said that, they said, that is the best time for you to find someone. Because you were not desperate just to get someone. You were working on yourself. And I remember when I met him, I was like, oh my God, it's you! You're here! And then that was it. And then, because I know a lot of people and everything, and this was an event in Miami, by the way. And then one day
was it a business event?
Yes, it was. And then one day he's just like, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. And we started talking and everything, and we left and everything. And then we got to actually one of the event that we were part of, as actually we were graduating in the exact same program that we were at. We spent a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of energy on it. And then
how much money did you guys invest in that event if it's not
well,
secret?
That event is a different one, but the one that we were graduating, just that alone is $25K.
Wow, $25,000.
Yes. Just that alone.
Was it worth it?
Yes, 100%.
Maybe this wouldn't be possible without that.
I was going to say, would it be worth it if you were looking for a quick fix? And in my world, I call it a singular bullet that would catapult you to like this, whatever the dream that you have, it would not be worth it. Right. Because that thing was one of the bullets that I had to have to get to here.
Got it.
And
you
yes,
had a chance,
it was worth it.
You had a chance to live in Philippines. I mean, you're from Philippines, right?
Yes.
And then you were in London, if I understood correctly. And then from London to US, right? Where in US again?
Well, I lived in New York, Miami, wow, Vegas, and Oregon.
Yeah, heard of it.
Beautiful in the summer.
In the summer.
Yes, I lived there too, and it's beautiful and everything. So 15 years in US.
What's something that you like, and then Serbia?
Yes.
How long have you been in Serbia for already?
2.5 years, almost 3.
2.5 years. Mm-hmm. In 3 words. What do you think about Serbia?
Amazing. There's not even another word. I would just say amazing. It made me the best version of myself. I wouldn't do it any other way. So yeah, amazing. That's my one word for Serbia, is amazing.
That's amazing. Okay, yeah. I have a few questions for you. What was the biggest cultural shock you experienced in Serbia, but now you can't imagine life without it?
I don't know if I call it a culture shock, but I think it is. Pichania.
The pork.
Yes,
pichania, like
the
this.
pork pichania. The reasoning for that is when I got here, and of course, as a person who lived international and all of that, it was like I'm looking for a food that is clean and healthy, because that's where I'm at now in life. Even though I've gone to a lot of amazing places that like served amazing food, that have a bunch of sauces and blah, blah, blah and everything. But then I was like, okay. And then somewhere along the way, someone gave me a pork pichania. And I was just like, wait a minute. This is my food. And they all looked at me like, what do you mean your food? I'm like, guys, the only difference of pichania between Serbia and the Philippines is you guys eat it cold. Mm-hmm. And the Philippines, we eat it warm.
Got it.
Second is you guys eat it with potatoes. We eat it with rice.
Right. Maybe some people with bread
exactly.
Here. But yes, you eat with rice. That's interesting.
Yes, and I was like, and now I can't live without it. When I say I can't live without it, every time we don't have the person that's cooking with us so that our food is ready when it's time, because as you know, it takes a lot of time to do all of this. So we have someone we trust, and when she's not available, first thing I say is like, we're ordering the food, and they all look at me like, we're eating pichania again, aren't we? I was like, yes.
If you can bring one thing from your culture and make it part of Serbian life, what would it be and why?
Jasmine rice.
Jasmine rice.
Yes. Cook it with water only, but cook it my way, not you guys' way.
What's your way?
Cook it thoroughly and make it fluffy. And it's like like a Japanese rice. Mm-hmm. So cook it that way, but make sure it's the jasmine rice, not the other rice. The reason why I say that is because bread is not good for me. Mm-hmm. And second one, veggies. I'm not.
What kind of veggies?
Like greens, because here, because of the 4 season, it's not really a lot. And I would love to bring those green veggies that's from like tropical side. That would be what I would bring. Anything else, I'm fine. Shorter clothes. Because I'm so short. Every time I buy clothes here, I have to shorten them. That's what I would bring.
The people are tall here.
They're
I know
so
that.
Tall.
How would you describe Serbia to someone from your country who has never been here, but only using 3 unexpected details?
I would say, go. You will never be the same person when you get out.
What do you mean by that?
See, so many people go to countries and they stay like in 5-star hotels and everything. And that's great and amazing, by the way. But when I came here, I lived like a local. And I can tell you this, the people, the food, just that resiliency, it's unbelievable. And when I said to Dragan about like going back to US in November, because that was our deal, we were not supposed to be here. Yes. He was like, yeah,
that's
fine.
Interesting. You said you're going to come for a very short. You're never going to be here.
Exactly.
Then,
I wasn't supposed to be here.
And then 2.5 years later,
I'm here and I have a business here.
A very successful business, by the way.
Thank you. But the resiliency of people here is so amazing. And anyone that needs to let them like just have a bit of a push, you know, in life, like they need to come over here. They need to learn from the people here. I've met people here that are working literally 2-3 jobs, and they still have that smile on their face. They still are grateful. They still are, how do you say that? Like centered. Now, don't get me wrong. Just like any other part of the world, there are like the other people that are, you know. But I am blessed enough, and I believe in law of attraction. Is like the people I met. The people I work with now is like, all these stories just makes me like, so I say to anyone, come, experience it. Don't experience it from a 5-star hotel / resort. Experience it right in the middle, the thick of it all, and you will never be the same when you walk out of here. I can guarantee you that 100%.
That's a great advice about 5-star hotel.
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true.
I believe it. What's something you've learned from Serbians that has changed your perspective on life and made you happier?
One of that one is resiliency, for sure.
Do you think the Serbians are resilient people?
I didn't bring this
Dragan
one up.
is.
Yes.
I know that for sure.
Well, I did. It's not Dragan actually that I'm thinking right now. I didn't bring this one up on stage, but I will bring this one up to you and to your folks. My papa was born in ex-Yugoslavia.
Oh, wow.
So my father is actually Yugoslavian. Not Serbian, Croatian.
Got it.
Born in Zagreb.
Yugoslavia.
Exactly.
Right. Belgrade was the capital.
Exactly. He never called himself Croatian until the day he died. He's always Yugoslavian. Never even called ex-Yugoslavia. He was always Yugoslavian. When people ask him where he's from, he always say Yugoslavia. And then they start looking at the map and like, what do you mean? But
thank you for sharing this.
Yes,
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Because one of my really big goals in this channel is to bring people together again. From my channel is called Empire State Balkan, which is all the countries around. And one of the really big of my goals is to bring them together and to share some love. And thank you. This is going to mean a lot to
You know, when I first came here, and this is a side story, but I have to tell you this. When I first came here with Dragan, I'm very familiar with that side, which is the Croatia, Dubrovnik and everything. Over there, I hear stories because of my father and everything, obviously. And, but I have never met anyone that don't like Serbians. Never. Not in my entire life that I've come and go in that country. I have never seen any of them that look down on Serbians also, or Bosnians or any. Again, maybe that's me. I attract those type of people, but my world that I have lived is like that. And then I came here to Serbia.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you. I really felt good about this, and then you created some nice emotions for me now. I appreciate those words.
Yes.
If you had to leave Serbia tomorrow, what would you miss the most, and what wouldn't you miss at all? But do not say pečenje now.
No, we can't. But all joking aside, it's the people. The people helped me, shaped me, the woman that I am today. The businesswoman that I am today, the human that I am today, the wife that I am today, the friend that I am today. I have watched people here, no joke, struggle and celebrate. And I see them just that as a human being who is living life. And life that have the good, the bad, and the ugly. And as you know, in New York, for example, sometimes it's easy because there's a lot of people in there. You can find people that are like, oh, there's just this group of people, and then there's this group of people. And that's great and awesome. Here you can too, but the overall here, for me, it's like they are raw. Like raw people. There's no like cover up. There's no like, let's go on our latte. No, it's in. I guess this is the culture shock too, but it's not so much. It's just when I lived in it, I was like, oh, in US, Thanksgiving, shopping, Christmas, blah, 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 and everything, right? We have that. Here, I mentioned shopping. Here, it's not about the shopping. It's actually coming home to the family, spending time together, talking, reconnecting. And I have met so many people here that moved out of the country to survive, to make a little bit more, fly in for Christmas, for any holiday that they can be part of, not for shopping, not for gifts, not for fancy whatever, but to sit in your jammies, talk, reconnect like real human being. For me, that's it. I am obviously here to connect to people. Right. Just like when I came here, knowing that the Croatian people never had a problem with the Serbians, I got here and I know so many people here that don't have a problem with any Croatians either. Yes, there is history. I'm not blind to that because my father and my mother, both of them, had to get out when the war broke. My mother never spoke about it. My father completely lost his family. And then one day, like 10 years later almost, walking in the beach, saw his biological brother, not cousin, biological brother, in the same beach in the Philippines where we walk as a family. And for me, that's just amazing. And I wouldn't trade that for any other way, to be honest with you. It's like my perspective has changed in ways that there's no you, there's no me, there's us. And there's connection, there's human-to-human connection. And you might be white, I might be brown, you might eat whatever, you might worship this religion. There might be a history, but no, there's just us.
I love that. Yeah. This question was for Dragan today during the speech and during this diamond and black diamond lunch. Somebody asked him, we had a huge billboard and you can write something there that everybody can see it, entire world, what that would be. And I'm gonna ask you the same question. What would you put in that billboard?
I have lived in this motto for a very long time in my life because I learned that it's on me, not on anyone else. Your life, your choices, your happiness. Or my life, my choices, my happiness.
Oof.
Our life, our choices, our happiness.
So strong.
And it always makes me emotional because for so long, I have let circumstances make me a victim. From the war to all of that.
Extremely, extremely powerful.
Yeah. And that just, I wouldn't change that. I really wouldn't.
And you shouldn't.
Yeah. And that's with me for many, many years now. And when we are building our own studio here, one of my team was like, we need to put that right behind. And then that's it. Because I think that's it for us. You know?
That's great. One thing, if you're able to bring one thing from New York to the Balkans, not only Serbia, Croatia, and everybody else to the Balkans, and one thing from the Balkans to New York, because you had a chance to live in both places, what that would be?
I have to use my hands in this one.
Yeah.
New Yorkers or Americans, Serbians or the Balkan or people from the Balkans have its own amazing way of doing things. Really, here's the Balkans, here's Americans. I just call it simple as like that. I came here in the Balkan to show people in the Balkans a different way of doing things. And I am hoping that they are open enough and courageous enough to receive it and allow that to just marry it together, to make them unstoppable. Because both countries or cities, amazing people, hardworking people, they deserve to be unstoppable. But we don't know what we don't know until someone brave, courageous enough to show us. Until also we lose that ego and we have that humility to say, I don't know nothing. So please show me what you got, and I would love to pick maybe just one out of that. And I would use that into here that I am a little bit missing maybe, or weak maybe, whatever that is that you know you need to improve. And I know I would be unstoppable. And that actually goes backwards too, to the New Yorkers or Americans. It's the same because each one have something to offer that are absolutely unique. I would go to New York right now and show them the Balkans way.
Right.
So yeah, that's for me.
Love it. Two more questions for you. I'm going to let you go.
Yes.
Number one, the best business advice you ever received in your life is?
Dragan. And it wasn't more of an advice. It was more of like, we look at each other and we both realize and we're like, here's your dream. Here's where you at. So many people have this perception, ideals, you can call it whatever, that from here to here, it just takes like, and that's perfect, that's great, that's awesome, right? Maybe you have a little bit bumps in here and then that's it. No. From here to here, it goes, and then finally, you're here.
You're here.
Yes, you're here. And that's exactly, that's this right here. That is the best that I have gotten in the last 2 years of my life, where it took this much to get to my dream.
And the worst possible business advice you ever received in your life is?
I would put it in the worst because they say, work hard. And then they stop. And I'm like,
something is missing there.
And it's so important. You missed something really important. Work smart. Plan. Commit.
So not only work hard.
Yes, exactly. Because, you know, they make this thing called famous. It's like work hard. And then that's it. It's like, no. Plan. Be smart. Know your weaknesses. Know what are the things that are sucking the energy out of you. Like, know all of that. It has to be wholesome. And my biggest part that I do in Vla Enterprise is every single person that come with us, worked with us, I want them to be better human beings. To not have just one facet. And then it's like, this is my work and this is me. No, it's like, this is your life. Now, come, work hard with me, plan with me, work smart with me, commit with me, be disciplined with me, be consistent with me. I can guarantee you, exactly, I can guarantee you, we, not you versus me, or not just me, not just you, we
got it.
Can create our lives together. That dream life that I've always talked to people. So I would call it, that's the worst advice, because there's so many people out there
I understand.
that work really, really hard.
I agree with that.
So yeah, that's for me.
Anna, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for all of these nice words about people from Serbia and around. We're similar, we're same people. And
yes.
I really believe that only one thing can keep people together, and that's love. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I wish you all the best in your life in Serbia with Dragan in the future. An even bigger conference, if that's possible, by now it is in your mind. And the same energy like I experienced today. And all the best from my side.
Thank you. I want to say last word on this one. We are all divided for many reasons, whether that's religion, that's war, that's culture, that's skin color, that's food, that's any of that. But in my heart, in my soul, in my mind, God is love. And love encompasses all of it. Forgiveness, compassion, kindness, respect, family, all of that. We are nothing without love. We really are. I have seen, and I've been so privileged to see so many people that I would say rich, but not happy because they don't have love.
Me too.
But
I met so many people like
exactly, and especially in New York, it's the hub of it all.
It's just a place where everybody, so many people are like that it's crazy.
And also, I have met so many religious people that are so unhappy because they don't have love.
Right.
The right kind of God's love. And then I have met so many not religious or poor people that also are not unhappy. And that are not happy because they don't have love either. So now I see both sides and says, you're rich without love, you're not happy. You're poor without love, you're not happy.
Right.
You're religious without love, you're not happy. You're not religious. So I was like, well then, put the fork or put your invisible sign right here and says, I choose love. And when I choose love, I will have those people that are just going to look at me like, you fake. And that's okay. I love them anyway.
That's great. Anna, thank you so much.
So,
this was very powerful.
Thank you.
And wish you all the best again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was great.
Thank you.